rolling? Yeah. Hi, I'm Katie Roos. I don't know why anyone watching this would not know who I am, but I wanted to make a little video talking about what I'm up to the next 4 months. So I'm new to this whole video thing and talking to myself on a screen, aside from this occasional Snapchat. I'm also sitting on the ground outside my parents' house because it looked pretty out here. But essentially, I'm doing semester at sea this upcoming fall. And I'm going to tell you what semester at sea is, what my role on the ship is, and where it is that we're going. So semester at sea is a study abroad alternative for about 600 college-age students. Instead of going to one country for a semester, students will actually live aboard the MV Odyssey and travel to about 11 countries over the course of 3.5 months. So it's a partnership with Institute of Shipboard Education, which is the nonprofit that actually kind of does all the administrative and organization of the voyage, and then they partner with Colorado State University in Fort Collins for all of the academic accreditation, stuff like that. Hopefully I got that all right. And so we, over the course of 3.5 months, we'll visit these countries along the way. Usually we're in port for 3 to 6 days. And students take classes the days that we are on the ship and then are free to travel when we're in country. They do have some country responsibilities on occasion, but mostly they get to explore and do whatever they want along the way. So my role is going to be as a resident director on the ship, which means I am a part of a team as part of the student life team. I'm one of 6 resident directors. We each live on one of the decks of the ship alongside students, and we act as the first point of contact for all of the student-related things. And so help them get connected, help them be a resource and a mentor and a person that they can go to help their wellness and their success on the ship. So alongside those responsibilities, I also have a collateral assignment. Mine is sports and recreation. So a big part of my job is to organize the gym schedule, to seek out fitness instructors, to have a fitness schedule for the days that we're on the ship. And one of my big responsibilities is organizing Sea Olympics, which is one of the shipboard traditions that happens on every single voyage. And so it's a one-day competition between all the different decks on the ship, which we call seas. So those are kind of some of my responsibilities as the sports and rec resident director. I also will spend some time in the duty rotation, so there are a few times, I think 7 or 8, when we're actually in port, where I will remain on the ship and be the first point of contact in case of emergencies for students. And then kind of my third big thing that I do in my role on the ship is as a trip liaison. And so semester at sea has pre-planned trips, kind of like a cruise excursion, but these ones often have like an educational component. So they all have a staff member who acts as a liaison between the tour guide company, the transportation, things like that. And so I will serve as a trip liaison on a number of trips and be the first point of contact for things like that. So I get to visit Machu Picchu. I will be doing a San Jose, Costa Rica city tour, go ziplining in Costa Rica. So a handful of miscellaneous things. That should be super cool. So I talked about what semester at sea is, my role, and last but not least, where it is that we're going. So as I kind of said, we start in Northern Europe. Students get on the ship in Amsterdam. We go to Poland, then through the Kiel Canal, which is in northern Germany, to Portugal, to Spain, Croatia, Morocco, Ghana, and then we cross the Atlantic to Salvador, Brazil. Then we do Trinidad and Tobago. We go through the Panama Canal to Ecuador. Then we do Costa Rica, and we end in San Diego on the 23rd of December. So I'm also doing an additional 2 weeks in Europe, starting in Paris for 6 days, Brussels for 4, and then doing 6 additional days in Germany and a handful of different cities. And I'm leaving in 2 days. So stay tuned for a packing video. I hope to post along the way. I know that communication and internet accessibility and my movie making skills are and can be very limited. So we'll see how it goes.